Welcome, my dear students. Discovering Tat, the saga continues by A.R. Williams. Last part 4. And in this part, I am going to discuss the question answers. Discovering Tat, the saga continues. Question answers. The first question is, give reasons for the following. Question number 1. King Tut's body has been subjected to repeated scrutiny. So for this question, you can write King Tut's body has been subjected to repeat scrutiny because of his history, his treasures, which he was buried with, and to know the reason behind his death. Question number 2 is, Howard Carter's investigation was recentered. So Howard Carter's investigation was recentered because of his unscientific methods to cut off his body from the tomb. He also focused more on Tut's wealth and less on to solve the mystery of Tut's life and death. Question number 3. Carter had to chisel away the solidified raisins to raise the king's remains. So Carter had to chisel away the solidified raisins to raise the king's remains because the body was cemented to the bottom of the solid gold coffin. As the raisins had hardened, no force could move the body away, and keeping the body in the sun under 149 degrees Fahrenheit also did not help. Question number 4. Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures. So you can write Tut's body was buried along with gilded treasures as the ancient Egyptian royals were extremely wealthy. They also believed that the royalty would take all the treasures with them in their afterlife. Question number 5. The boy king changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. So here you can write Tutankhamun means living image of Amun. Amun was a major god of ancient Egypt. Amenhotep III smashed and closed his temples. Later, Tut restored his temples and beliefs back in his empire. That is why he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun to choose his belief in the god. Question number 2. List the deeds that led Ray Johnson to describe Akhenaten as wacky. Wacky means whimsical, crazy. So, according to Ray Johnson, he was Reiki because of the following reasons. Number 1, he smashed and closed Ammon's images. He worshipped Aten sun's disk. He moved the religious capital from the city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten called Amarna, and he changed his name to Akhenaten. Next question is, what were the results of the CT scan? So here you can write the result of the CT scan were astonishing, which was 1700 digital X-rays cross-sectioning each other to make a three-dimensional image. A grey head appeared and his vertebrae were shown. The images of the hand, rib cage and skull were shown, which were so clear. Last question is, list the advances in technology that have improved forensic analysis. So with the advancement in technology, it has been made possible for many scientific tests to be carried out in a more accurate way to determine the cause of a crime. X-ray, CT scan, post-mortem, biopsy and autopsy are now possible. Question number 4. Explain the statement, King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned in death as in life. So for this question you can write Tut's mummy was the first one to be X-rayed in 1968 and later in 2005 the first to be scanned through computing tomography, that is CT. CT scan revealed new three-dimensional images of his body and that answered many questions. Talking about the text, discuss the following in groups of two pairs, each pair in a group taking opposite points of view. This is a kind of debate. So you can write for as well as against. Like this question, scientific intervention is necessary to unearth buried mysteries. If you are writing for, you can write to understand the mysteries and the history of the past, it is necessary to unearth certain buried mysteries. It can help get the answers to the questions and gives us an idea about past lives and how they used to live. For example, the scientific intervention of Indus civilization. And if you're writing against, you can write, there is no doubt that scientific intervention can be useful, but it exploits with the valuable assets of the buried. We can utilize the money involved in the investigation of the mummies to help develop the resources. Advanced technology gives us conclusive evidence of past events. So for, you can write, with the advanced technology it helps us to know about the past and those who were involved, such as through CT scan it was possible to get an idea about King Tut and his body. It helped solve mysteries about death. It provides data for forensic reconstruction, and satellite images help find burial sites. Through different software, data and time of an event occurred in the past can be calculated. Against, you can write, after CT scan results, images of Tut, still no conclusion could be drawn. Instead of focusing and using the time and money on past events, the government should focus on the present and future. And now rest of the questions you can try yourself. Thank you for watching the last part of this chapter. Best wishes. Happy Deepavali.